Tonight we take you to the heart of a silent war. It's a non-kinetic one that's not fought with missiles or armies, but with dams and diplomacy, development. As the world watched Afghanistan collapse and Taliban return to power, two nations made two very different choices. Pakistan chose to bet on its old proxies, hoping for strategic depth. India chose to build not bunkers, but bridges, schools, roads and dams in Afghanistan. Now that difference in vision is playing out in real time. Water has become the new front line. And tonight we decode this new chapter in South Asia's great power chessboard, where rivers carry more than water. They carry influence, ambition, and the shape of the region's future.
India and Afghanistan, linked by faith, empire, trade and war. Their bond predates borders, from Gandhara to the Mauryan kings. Through colonial resistance, their ties have always been civilizational, not just political. Today that legacy flows through rivers. The Kabul River, born in the Hindu Kush, flows east through Afghanistan and into Pakistan's Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. One of its main tributaries, the Kunar River, begins near the Wakhan corridor. India, seeing the opportunity and obligation, began investing in Afghan water infrastructure, not just as development but as strategic outreach. The first major step came in 2016 under President Ashraf Ghani, the Salma Dam, also called the India-Afghanistan Friendship Dam. Built on the Hari Road River in western Herat province, the Salma Dam generates 42 megawatt of power and irrigates 75,000 hectares of farmland. Its completion marked a shift. India was no longer just an observer in Afghan stability, it was shaping it. As India built quietly, Pakistan bled. The Taliban's 2021 return, backed by Islamabad, unleashed chaos. But it backfired. Refugee surges, economic collapse, and growing anger turned the tide. Over the past year, attacks in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa have intensified. Bombings, insurgent strikes, and cross-border tension. Pakistan's own creation is now targeting its western borderlands. The Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, a group with historical ties to the Afghan Taliban, has intensified its operation, challenging Pakistan's security apparatus. Days after China opened talks with the Taliban, Pakistan rushed to upgrade ties. The move exposed Islamabad's fear that its former proxy now answers to others and drifts closer to Beijing than Rawalpindi. India, meanwhile, had already launched its next mission, Operation Sindoor, Bharat's response to Pakistan-sponsored cross-border terrorism and Islamabad's worst nightmare. But back in the heart of Afghanistan's capital, Kabul, a monumental project is underway that promises to transform the lives of millions. The Shatoot Dam, located in the Char Asyab district of Kabul province, is poised to be a transformative infrastructure project for Afghanistan. A historic phone call on 15th of May 2025 between External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar and Afghanistan's Foreign Minister marked the first high-level political engagement, a promise to fast-track the Shatoot Dam project.
ډیره ده ډیره مونږ ډیر خوشاله یو دایم هند مونږ مرګلای دوستا د پاکستان په مثال په هغه باندې زد باندې مونږ سره ډیر همکاري او ډیره هر نگاه کې افغانستان هندوستان سره یو ځای دی
डैम जो बनेगा ये शातूत डैम यही जगह पे ये भी बहुत अच्छा सा होगा और एक बहुत अच्छा सा पॉजिटिव काम है जो अफ़गान लोगों के लिए इंडिया और भारत की तरफ से होता है और इस पानी से 400,000 हेक्टेयर ज़मीन भी पानी उनके लिए पहुंचता है और इसके अलावा लोगों के लिए काम करने के लिए ज़मीना भी हो जाएगा और बहुत इफेक्टिव है। ये ललंदर प्लेस है, ललंदर वैली है जो इस जगह पे शातूत डैम कुछ दिन बाद ऑफिशियली इसका कंस्ट्रक्शन का काम शुरू हो जाएगा।
The Shatoot Dam is India's second major dam project in Afghanistan. Following the Salma Dam, these initiatives are part of India's broader new development partnership with Afghanistan, which includes over 400 projects across all 34 provinces. The strategic location of the Shatoot Dam on the Kabul River, which originates in Afghanistan's Hindu Kush mountains and flows into Pakistan's Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province, has triggered strategic alarms. The Kabul River is a vital water source for Pakistan, and the dam's construction could significantly reduce downstream water flows, heightening regional tension.
तालिबान ऑफिशियल का कहना है ये जो शातूत डैम यही रिवर पे जो अभी हर मौसम में बहुत पानी बहता है, लेकिन अभी पानी थोड़ा सा हुआ है, लेकिन जो लोग खेतों में पानी को कवर कर रहा है, लेकिन यही आगे इस दो पहाड़ के बीच में इस रास्ते में इस खेतों में इस जगह में एक बड़ा सा डैम बनेगा जो शातूत डैम कहलाएगा। ये शातूत डैम रिपब्लिक गवर्नमेंट में इंडिया और अफ़गानिस्तान का गवर्नमेंट ने ये एग्रीमेंट साइन किया, लेकिन कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स थे उस टाइम पे जो गवर्नमेंट फॉल हुआ। तो अभी जो तालिब गवर्नमेंट आया तो ये लोग कह रहे हैं कि पानी को मैनेजमेंट करेगा और यही जगह पे आप जो ये रिवर देख रहे हैं और जो अभी लोग खेतों को पानी दे रहे हैं, पानी कम है लेकिन बहुत पानी इधर होता है। और इधर ये पहाड़ जो आप देख रहे हैं तस्वीर में, यही पहाड़ पे इस पहाड़ पे बीच में इस पहाड़ के रास्ते में एक बड़ा सा डैम बनेगा जो शातूत डैम है।
In response to these concerns, India has emphasized that the Shatoot Dam is designed to meet Afghanistan's domestic needs. The project's timing, however, and geopolitical context suggest a calculated diplomatic move by India to strengthen its influence in Afghanistan and counterbalance Pakistan's regional dominance.
मैं कुछ देर में अफ़गानिस्तान का कैपिटल काबुल के चारसाब डिस्ट्रिक्ट और जहाँ पे ललंदर प्लेस वैली है और ललंदर वैली में शातूत डैम है जो बहुत फेमस डैम है। अभी कुछ सालों पहले ये डैम कंस्ट्रक्शन का था एग्रीमेंट साइन हुआ था, लेकिन कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स थे और जब तालिब गवर्नमेंट आया तो तालिब गवर्नमेंट का कहना है कि ये लोग अच्छे से रिलेशन में इंडिया के साथ और मैंने कई लोगों से बात भी किया। इन लोग कह रहे हैं कि इंडिया गवर्नमेंट और इंडियन लोग का शुक्रगुजार है जो अफ़गानिस्तान और अफ़गानों से इतना प्यार करते हैं और डैम बनाते हैं उनके लिए।
شکر د افغانانو سره ډیره ښه ده، یعنی د پاکستان په ضرورت غواړي چې د افغانستان لپاره ډیر کومکونه وکړي او خدای دې نور مرته هغه ورکړي چې افغانستان سره ډیر کومکونه وکړي او ډیره ګټه رسیدي خلکو ته د دې منطقي خلکو ته، یعنی مثلا دلته باغونه دي، ونې دي، ځمکې دي، هر چیز ته ګټه رسوي، पट्टी दी।
ये लोग कह रहे हैं कि ये डैम जो बताए भारत की तरफ से ये अच्छा सा एक काम है अफ़गानों के लिए, ये बहुत शुक्रगुजार है ये लोग। और इस शहर का लोग कह रहे हैं कि इसका पानी का मसला है और अब जब ये डैम बनेगा तो इसका सब ये मसले हल हो जाएगा, उनके लिए पानी मिलेगा और ये इंडिया के शुक्रगुजार है ये लोग।
Even as India solidifies its partnership with Kabul through strategic infrastructure, Pakistan is scrambling to reset its own diplomatic equation with the Taliban regime. Acting Afghan Foreign Minister Amir Khan Muttaqi is expected to visit Islamabad soon, at Pakistan's official invitation, part of high-level efforts to revive and recalibrate ties. India is acting, building and shaping the future. Pakistan is reacting, trying to salvage influence through diplomatic meetings. Then came the Pahalgam attack. India suspended the Indus Water Treaty. For Pakistan, it's a crippling blow. Pakistan is rattled, but India sees opportunity. Projects like the long-stalled Tulbul barrage and the optimization of the Baglihar are back on the table. India is asserting its role not just as a neighbor, but as a stabilizer in a region on the edge. Pakistan, once a puppeteer of proxies, now finds itself outplayed in a quieter, deeper conflict.
Former diplomat Ambassador Deepak Vohra joining us live on the show this evening. Indus Waters Treaty will remain in abeyance, Ambassador Vohra, between India and Pakistan. But when the Shatoot Dam is built in Afghanistan, what's likely to be the impact in the next few years to come, in your view?
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. We can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, first of all, may I just say how honored and privileged I am to be part of a show on my original homeland, Afghanistan. My father's family comes from Ghazni. My grandfather and my father would have been thrilled wherever they are, wherever their spirits are, to see that you are presenting this. May I just very quickly preface what I'm going to say with three things. One, the Afghans cordially detest Pakistan, that they see as an unwelcome interloper between Afghanistan and Bharat. They say that our borders were with India. Where the hell did this useless character come in between? Second, we have never done anything to hurt Afghanistan. They have never done anything to hurt us. The Kabuliwala remains an enduring icon in India. And the third thing, Pakistan has always thought it could control Afghanistan, give it to get strategic depth. What they are getting is strategic death in Afghanistan. Now, as far as the rivers are concerned, sir, I'm 74 years young, 52 years in diplomacy. Once upon a time, Pakistan was doing pretty well in agriculture, particularly in production of wheat. Now they are woefully short and they import it from wherever they can. We are going to stop the flow of Indus waters, the Sindhu and its 5 daughters. This is going to hurt Pakistan very badly. About 80% of their agriculture depends on the Sindhu and its 5 tributaries. The remaining 20%, sir, this is fascinating, depends on the Kabul River, which is fed by its own tributaries, the Alangar and the Kunar, and which meets the Sindhu at a place called Abbottabad. Abbottabad, sir, is where a certain Osama, son of Laden, was being kept by the Pakistani intelligence, etc. So it's ironic in a way that this is happening. So what is going to happen, sir, is my own understanding after speaking to several experts. In the next 24 months, the flow of the Sindhu and its tributaries to Atankistan, to Pakistan, will be substantially curtailed. And then, if these dams are built, the Shatoot, which I've seen, and the new dam that is now, the Shatoot, which is coming up, and the Salma, which I've seen, if these now, officially we'll say these are for providing drinking water, etc., and agricultural use, but in reality, they are going to starve Pakistan of its remaining source of water. I believe, sir, this is the third of the triple lock that we are using on Pakistan. Chanakya suggested. First was diplomatic. We have isolated them completely. There's a terrorist incident anywhere, people say, ha, Pakistan, because they were caught sheltering Osama bin Laden. The second is the military lock. We have shown them what we are capable of. The third is the economic lock, sir. And now the water weapon, if I may use the term that we are using, is going to hurt them very bad. Let me conclude, sir, by saying I've seen this before. I've seen this when I was posted in Sudan. Egypt got very upset when Ethiopia was building the Grand Renaissance Dam and said, we'll blast it, we'll do this, we'll send our military, we'll send our air force. Ethiopia said, do what you feel like. They did nothing. So water becomes a very powerful instrument in today's international context in bilateral relations, and I'm delighted, sir. I personally, as a person whose father was from Ghazni, I feel very, very happy that we are helping Afghanistan, and in the process of helping Afghanistan, we are neutralizing our common enemy, which is Pakistan. Both of us, some of my Afghan friends who speak English, who studied in India, turn around and say, well, Ambassador, let's damn them. The pun is intentional.
What a damn good idea. You know, it's the biggest non-kinetic response ever by India by putting the IWT in abeyance, and the next few months will be very, very critical. Ambassador Vohra, as always, such a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you for joining us on the long-form story this evening.